I'm in the business of giving hope to those who feel they have no hope at all. We living in a time today with the suicide prevention, Michael Givhan, a culture battle amongst the rulers of the land of how we think and how we treat people and how we should treat people. When you look at 90+% of the population in the world is being ran or thought or influenced by less than 10% in the world. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're any religion that you chose to be in a country that we call great amongst any other country, we should always be conscious of actions before they become disrespectful. We should always be conscious of what we say and what we do before we do it. Now, if we have that 1/10 of a second of any color, any race, any age to recognize once we get that time in our life where we know wrong from right, where we know what we say can devastate a person, that we have to be conscious. What I want to say that covers that little bit of presentation to say this: the word conscious has to be and should be, I think, on our minds every time we work out, every time we go to work, when we get up, when we hug our family, when we leave out, that we must be conscious. Conscious of what? Everything. And be conscious of ourselves first to be able to be helpful to others. There are young people and people, adults, and in between, is crying out in a way that we got to reach them before they reach us. Because when they normally reach us, it's on the bad end. We get to read about them. We get to talk about them. Michael Givhan has been built off a sacrifice of something that's been going on for a long time and is getting more awareness, fortunately, unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, of celebrity status. But Michael Givhan, we come in, everybody is a celebrity if they get to prove and be here long enough to show that they really are. Victorious means you had to go through something. So the battle is getting there, but don't give up. Don't throw the towel in on yourself, and damn sure don't let no one throw the towel in on you. I would tell adults and young kids of understanding that can really understand this conversation, that you don't want to end today what you will regret later. Whether it's your freedom, whether it's giving up on your family, whether it's giving up on your children, whether it's giving up on anything that you know that you want to be accountable for it. And there are going to be issues, but you must realize that that is your opponent. And your opponent is what? Your opponent is the opposite of the positive that you think. And so long as you know you got an opponent and you know that you got to fight that opponent, you should never lay down. You should never not get up, even when you get knocked down. What we have here is a problem. It is a sickness. It is a multicultural problem that we're dealing with. It's not a suburban issue. It's not an urban city issue. It's not a, you live here, you live there, you're white, you're black, you're Muslim, you're Jewish, you're Christian, you're Buddhist. Wherever it hits people, we're not running away from this. Michael Givhan is not running away from this. So please don't run. Let's fight our opponent. And we think like that consciously, we will be victorious. Thank you.